In this video, I'll be showing you just how easy it is to get your WebWeka page started just by adding text, images, and videos from YouTube. In the top left-hand corner, you'll notice three buttons. I'll click the first one to create a text box. You will see that my text box has appeared in the middle of the screen. If I want to edit the contents of this text box, I just click the pencil. This will bring up the text editor. All I have to do is click inside it and start typing. To change how it looks, you first have to click and drag to highlight it. Then you can choose the font from this drop-down menu. And you can do the same here to change the font size. You can also change the color, and in fact most of these buttons should be familiar to you if you've ever seen Microsoft Word. Down here, you can change the border color of your text box. You can also change the border style. In this case, I'm going to select None. You can also change the background color of your text box, or you can make it transparent, as I'm going to do here by checking the box. When I'm done, I click Save. To resize your text box, just hold your mouse near one of the edges, click and drag. If you place your mouse anywhere inside the box, you can click and drag to move the whole thing. Don't be afraid to experiment with the contents of your text box, because you can make changes at any time by clicking the pencil. Here I'm going to turn my text bold. When I've finished, I click Save. Having made my text bold, it now no longer fits inside the box. But by clicking and dragging near the edges, I can of course resize it. It's a good idea to save your work regularly, and you can do that by clicking on the Save button. There's no end to the number of text boxes you can have. Just click the icon again to create a new one, and click the pencil to make changes. Here I'll show you how to create a link to another website. For this example, I'm just linking to Wikipedia, but you can of course link to your own web pages, such as your Facebook page, your YouTube channel, or a LinkedIn profile. Just highlight the text and click on the link button. This will open up a new window. The only field you have to fill in here is the link URL. You just type the web address of the website you're trying to link to. The other two, target and title, you can leave unless you're a website designer who knows what they're doing. Click Insert and my link is done. Now I click Save to finish my text box. Again, I can click and drag near the edges to resize the box to whatever size I want. You may have noticed that this time, when I was in the text editor, I didn't click on the button which gives me a transparent background. Instead, I've ended up with a default white background, but I could of course have changed it to anything I wanted. Here I'm just clicking the Save button again. And now, by clicking on the Image button, I'll show you how to insert an image. Just like I did with the text box, I just have to click on the pencil to edit what goes inside of this image box. When I click on the Upload a File button, a menu pops up showing me all of the files and folders on my computer. This may look different depending on whether you use a PC or a Mac. You can upload any image file or even a PDF as long as it's on your computer. Or if you've got your digital camera plugged in, you should be able to find that here as well. As soon as you select your file and click the Open button, it will begin uploading automatically. As soon as it appears, you'll be able to click and drag it around the page. By clicking near the edges or in the corner, you can click and drag to increase the size, just like we did with the text box. Now I'm going to click the Save button again, and click the Image button again to add in another image. Once again, I click the pencil to edit. At this time, when I upload a file, I'm actually going to upload a photograph. This photograph is 1.2 megabytes in size. This is fairly typical for a photograph, but is quite a lot bigger than the graphic that I first uploaded. As such, it will take a little bit longer to upload. As you can see, there's a percentage indicator showing you how much of it has been uploaded. The speed at which it uploads will depend on the speed of your internet connection, whether you have broadband or dial-up, and how big the file is that you're trying to upload. Once it's finished uploading, you may have to wait a moment while WebWeka processes the image. But soon enough it will pop up, and then you'll be able to click and drag and click near the edges to resize, just as we've done before. Here you will see that I've moved my image on top of everything else. It's now sitting above the other image and above the first text box. Fortunately, I have these two buttons to move the image up or down. Click it once to move it below the other image, and I can click it again to move it below the text. Next I'll click Save, and now I'll show you how to add a video by clicking on the YouTube button. This creates a video box, and as we've seen several times already, I can click on the pencil to decide what goes inside the box. Here you're being asked for the movie embed code. Now you don't need to know what that is, but I will show you how to find it. First of all, click here to open up YouTube in a new window. Once you're on YouTube, it's just a case of finding a video that you want to put on your website. You can use either a video that you've uploaded yourself, or you can find someone else's video. Here I've found baby monkey going backwards on a pig. It's worth pointing out here that YouTube quite regularly change how their website looks and works, so these instructions might not be useful for long. But what you're looking for is the embed code. I've clicked here on the share button, and now I'm clicking here on the embed button, and it brings up this block of text. You don't have to understand it, you just have to copy it. I'm going to go back to my WebWeka page, and I'm just going to paste that text into the box. Click Save, and your video should appear. Now the truly magical and unique thing about WebWeka is that I can play this video while I'm resizing it. Just as I did with my text and image boxes, I can click and drag near the edges to resize it to the size I want. I can also move it anywhere on the page by clicking and dragging. Once I'm done, I'll click the Save button. To have a look at how it will actually look on the internet, I can click the Preview button. Don't worry, when you actually publish your website, the orange WebWeka bar at the top won't be there. When you've had a good look, you can go back by clicking on the Edit Page link. You can continue to add things or edit things already on the page, or if you're finished, you can click the Publish button. Your site is now live on the internet and you can share it with everyone.